Hi everybody, I'm Ree, and I have been working gig apps for 6 years full time. Today, I'm going to show you what I wish I knew before working my first Amazon Flex same day delivery shift. I have a shift right now that I'm about to work, and I'd love for you to come along while I share with you all the things that I wish that I knew. If that sounds interesting and helpful, I'd love for you to like this video and subscribe. Okay, let's jump right in. As you see, I have arrived at the same day station here in Nashville, and actually I've got to go this way. I forget sometimes because it's been a while since I've been here. But if you want to see another video that I've made about delivering same day packages, then I'll link that in the description. But wow, they have a lot in that cart. So one of the things that I wish I knew before was that at this particular same day station, I could park anywhere where I can find a place to park. Now, some people's stations are not that lenient, but this one, like, there are no parking spaces, so we can park along the side wall as long as people can get past you and get out. But I think I actually see a space right here. Hold on. Let me see if I see a space. Yeah, this is a space. So I'm actually going to park here, but I could park there. And you just need to go to your own station. Oh, look, is someone else coming out over here? Oh yeah, that's even better. Okay, I'm gonna park up here. So you just need to go to your local station and check it out and see how it works there.
No quiero free, mejor. 15 amigo entonces van a
All right, so I have already scanned my driver's license, as you all saw, and I have been assigned a route immediately. Sometimes you won't get assigned a route instantly. You will see preparing route or waiting on route or finding a route on this screen, and it'll spin and spin and spin and spin. If you wait 30 minutes and there are no routes available, you get to go home and you are still paid. That's something I didn't know. I wish I knew. I've had that happen to me a few times, but not anytime recently, I must say. I don't know if Amazon's getting more efficient or it's just this particular station. Every station is different. Now I'm going to go in and find my cart. So watch to see how I do that. Okay, so something new is that they are having us show our route and then also our ID, which I put in the car because I always do that. As soon as I scan my ID, I put it in the car so I don't lose it. So I don't know how your station works, but you may want to always have your ID with you when you grab your card. Okay, so you see the people who are standing up there? That sometimes happens when they're waiting for a route to be assigned. And if there is no route assigned, you can wait outside, you can wait in your car, but you need to stay on the premises just in case a route is assigned. Okay, so the other thing is how to roll these carts. These carts are pretty wildy, so I don't know if I have any good tips on how to roll them, but I just attempt not to run anybody over with it. So something I did not do was back in. It's really wise to back in because when you roll your cart, and I mean this is something probably everybody knows, but when you roll your cart down, you'll want to load from the back here. But I didn't do that because I needed to swing in, as you all saw. All right, but I only have a couple packages, and that is because this is a really far route. So as you all already know, you don't know what you're gonna get until you get here. But let's talk about it after I scan. I don't actually have to scan or number these packages because it's just a couple, but hold on. Right, so I have 3 total packages and I have 2 drop-offs in Portland. Now, I have to say, this is a gazillion times better than the route that I had from the Amazon.com station because I was going all the way out to Clarksville, but I had 48 packages. So, hey, look at this. This is like a great scenario for a video because I don't have that much to show, that much to do, and I can still record. And so I really appreciate, I'm super grateful for that because sometimes the making of the video takes so long. But anyhow, let's keep going. Okay, I'm going to show you, if I had a bunch of packages, this works the same, but how I number my stops. I don't really need to do it again, but I'm going to show you just for those of you who get a lot of packages and you actually will need to number them, or this will be helpful to you. So at our station, the Amazon employees will return the carts for us, which is really wonderful. I appreciate that. All stations are not like that, so just make sure to check on what is protocol at your own station. And this is how I pull down this top part of the cart. Ooh, did I really scratch my car? Oh my gosh, I'm too far. This is why you don't have a cart right here. So here are the steps to number your package according to the stop in your Amazon route. So the first thing you're going to do is come to your home page here, and because I have a route, current stop is first and today's itinerary is next. So I'm going to click on today's itinerary, and it's going to pull up a list of all of my stops. Now, if I had more, it'd be really, 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 really long, but it'll pull up a list of all of my stops. And what I want to do is go up here to the top, here with the magnifying glass, and search with. You're going to search with that QR code. So you'll click here, and then that is where you're going to, whoops, you're going to click one more time. It'll bring up this screen. You'll scan. Wait, that didn't work. Hold on, let me try one more time. I didn't get the right, you got to get the right QR code. So I'm wanting to get this QR code here, scan this QR code. There we go. And then it brings up what stop it is. It's stop number 3. So then I'll take my Sharpie and I'm going to write number 3 on the package. It's totally fine. I see people, I see packages at my house with a number. That's how, if I get something from Amazon and I see a number written on it, I'm like, oh, that's from a sub same day station. So I'll just write 3 right there on a blank part of the tag. These tags right here, these tags do not contain any information at a sub same day route. So it wasn't these barcodes, it was actually this one. Sometimes you have to cover up the barcodes that are not correct. So this is stop number 2. You can see that right there. So we're gonna put a 2 here. Now again, I don't need to do this because I only have 2 stops. The next thing I'm gonna do is specifically for this video, because I actually already have vests, is I am going to go inside and see if I can find a vest. See how easy it is to find a vest, find somebody who can give me a vest if they have vests. But you can get vests for free. Your .com and your sub same day stations, your package stations, they call those logistics stations, have the vests for you. So you do not have to buy a vest off of eBay, off of any other site. You can get them for free. What do you have?
Looks like
Extra large, 2X. You have, that's not medium or large up there? No? Okay. Okay, so it says it's going to take me 55 minutes to get to my furthest stop. I went ahead and just checked to see how long that would take, navigated myself out there. Here's something that I wish I knew when I first started, was how to get the directions onto your car's navigation screen. So what I do is instead of going to start travel immediately, I click on this here, that button here. Let me show you one more time. So it is the one that's on the right of start travel with the square and the arrow. I click there, and then I am going to use Google Maps, but if I was in the EV, I'd use Apple Maps. I think you can put whatever kind of maps you want on there. So I like Apple Maps because it's going to show me highway route and also non-highway route. On the EV, I like to look at taking a non-highway route if at all possible. But the minutes, the miles are the same. It's 50 it's 50 miles, you all. Oh my gosh, 50 miles. 50 miles and 53 minutes. We're going to go with that one because that's the fastest. And then that is going to route me to my drop off. And of course, once I turn my car screen on, it's going to display because I have it hooked up. I also have CarPlay, but I'm running the cord right now and it'll display right here on the screen. And as you can see, my next stop is now showing up on my screen. If you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments. The next thing I wish I knew is that you could pretty much get sent anywhere when you're delivering Amazon packages. So for example, today I'm being sent to Portland, Tennessee, or early this morning. And though I only have 2 packages, and I am very grateful for that, and I mean extremely grateful, it's still almost to Kentucky. And that is why it's so important to get a surge block, because can you imagine if I took this for base pay, which was $64, that's not even $1 a mile. That's not even $1 a mile when calculating coming back into where I live. It's not even $1 a mile. And it's important to calculate that too. Not just the distance from the station to the drop-off, but also the distance from the drop-off back to where you normally work and where you normally receive the bulk of your orders, which for me is in Nashville. So this is something I wish I knew, that I would be traveling some very country, rural, backwoods roads, and just to know that I could be sent pretty much anywhere. And especially when I'm delivering in rural areas like this, I always send a message in the app letting the customer know that I'm on my way and I will be delivering an Amazon package. I am about 1 minute away from the house. One tip I also wish I knew was to stay in my car, especially in rural areas, to check if there are any pets around before I get out. And if there are, that I don't have to deliver that package if I don't feel safe. I had a really rural route once where there were just dogs roaming everywhere. I have to admit, I threw one of those packages out the window. I really did. I really did. I happened to have it in the back seat, and I just dropped it on the ground out the window because I could not get in touch with the customer, and the dog was relentless. And even though we don't know if the dog is going to bite or not, I err on the side of caution with animals that I don't know, particularly dogs. Something else to be aware of is on rural routes, there can be gravel roads. And I don't personally take my car on gravel roads. It's just something I don't do, especially since I had to have a transmission replaced on a Corolla. I have some videos that talk more about this, and I'll link those in the description. This house, even though it's in a rural area, as you can see, there's like a field out here of just, I don't know, grass, wheat, something, corn. No, I don't know what that is, but maybe just tall grass, I'm not sure. But they have a paved road, which is a paved driveway, which is fantastic. Some rural routes have dirt, gravel roads, and you do not have to take your car on those roads. I will put up the email address. Always reach out to support, driver support. If there is anything that you do not feel comfortable doing, you do not have to put yourself or your car in danger to deliver a package. You can find a place that you agree with, you and the customer agree upon. Let's go ahead and turn in here. You can find a place that you and the customer agree upon. And if you can't reach the customer, you can reach out to driver support in the app. And then you can also follow up by contacting off-road. The next thing is make sure to check the notes. This last drop-off had notes that said delivered to the back door. And people are very particular about their notes. So always check those notes. And if at all possible, I do my very best to follow those notes. They're really quite reasonable. I've never run across a note that was something I wasn't able to do. So just make sure to look for that if you've never seen it before. Again, if you're brand new, you never started, or you're just about to start, if you have already done this, then this is probably something you already know. My last stop, my second stop, my last stop, and I'm finishing early. So one of the things that I wish I knew before I started was if you finish early, you still get paid the full amount. And if you finish late, because of something outside of your control, you can request for excessive block pay. This is where you find the notes. If there are notes, they will be displayed right there. You tap that, and it's going to show you what the note says. It says deliver to the front door. The last place it said deliver to the back door. Once you've arrived, I've parked, and then I understand. Continue with one package. Then you'll scan that QR code. Continue with one package. You'll walk the package up to wherever they ask you to leave it, if they have asked you to leave it somewhere specific. If not, you'll just put it at the front porch, and then you'll take a picture. And swipe to finish. And that route is complete. Sometimes they give you a survey at the end. You do not have to answer if you don't want to do that. But I did ask someone for help, and they were very helpful. So I am going to answer that. Submit, and that's it. Here's something else that might be helpful. When you're calculating your dollar per miles ratio, always look at how long it also takes you to get back to your location that you normally work in, which for me is my house. So to get back to my house or get back to my neighborhood, which is where I usually start all of my offers, it is going to take me an hour and 12 minutes at the fastest, at the least. So we're also going to calculate that into the time for this route. Your block will not always cover your travel time back to the area that you work in or that you came from. So that's something to keep in mind.